Hey everyone. So, I guess I'm late towards all this news and whatnot, so I'm just getting right in the way. It's pretty busy with like some stuff here and there, but you might see a slowdown in videos, but regardless, I'll try to keep up with certain news when it comes out, especially one that's as big and as notable as this. So yeah. So anyways, let's just get right into it. So I think anyone who isn't a Pokemon fan or anyone who doesn't have an idea what Pokemon is or need or I don't know any of that stuff, they would know that there was a direct that happened around like Wednesday. I think today. I think the time that I'm recording is like Saturday. Um so yeah. We just got the reveals of two new Pokemon games in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, and honestly, I'm kind of excited for these games because it's been a while since I've been like kind of like intrigued by all you'll just see as I'll have images and like all the region, the starters, the trainers, and whatnot. So, going into I remember like I did remember like watching the direct like very, and I couldn't even sleep that time. Like I think I only got like 1 hour of sleep, and then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna. I was like, you know what, F it, I'm just gonna like watch it since it was like 5 in the morning. So, and when I watched it, I was like, please, Pokemon, don't like, you know, we already like had Let's Go, and we've already had like that game kind of like. I don't want to say the game's kind of diminished in a sense. It's still popular, somewhat, but it's definitely lost its luster. But with these announcements of these two new games, I think it's gonna take the spotlight away. But then again, rightfully so, because I mean, it's two brand new Pokemon games, JRPG style. So yeah, the way we've known them for all this time. So shout out to the titles. I mean, it's pretty exact of what I would expect Pokemon to do. I don't think I didn't think that there'd be these exact titles, but it kind of makes sense if you think about it. They try to show some sort of duality in a sense with Ruby, Sapphire, Gold, Silver, Red, Blue. So they want to show some sort of duality in a sense, and I mean, without having to go into the whole like subject matter. I mean, this is less. I mean, Sword and Shield is pretty much as literal as you can get. So yeah. In terms of like objective or the idea presented, I'm not gonna go too much in detail. Like, well, what I think about the titles themselves, but it's just I like them. For now. So yeah. But anyways, I think I got sidetracked. So of course, these games have been long rumored that to be like UK based or inspired region, and yeah, we got our wish. As you can see, this entire region right here is kind of or loosely based off of the United Kingdom, or at least the island of Britain. We still don't know whether or not like there's a lot of people saying rumors and whatnot that, oh my god, we're gonna go to Kalos, or oh my god, like, since, geographically, the United Kingdom and France are close together, and there is a actual physical connection called the Channel, but it's an underground, like, sort of like, I would say like a highway slash tunnel system that like connects both the countries together, so. And you can see here, like, regarding this map, as I'll explain, like, you see an extensive amount of use of trains and whatnot. So, but yeah, regarding those rumors, I don't want to say it's baseless, but it's possible. But yeah, but regarding the region itself, it looks very, very. The environments and the town cities look very, very incredibly varied, if you ask me. Like, people will say, "Oh, the United Kingdom is like, or this version of the UK or Galar, as it's called." I don't know why I didn't say that name, but this is basically the Galar region. And as you can see, I think what they did is that they just took elements of what the United Kingdom is and just like sort of took it around and spliced it together. Like obviously in the top, um, I'll just try to get to this part. Like, oops, still trying to control the thing. Trying to obviously in the bottom here. This is pretty much where will likely be the starting town. As here, I think in the trailer you see like a purple house here, and like out like and throughout these areas you'll notice like train, like sort of like a train station here, and also a train station here connecting here. Um, very likely this is where we start, since from the trailer, it's very possible that we're just gonna be going to this house all the way to here, since there is a Route 1, effectively speaking here, whatever. And then, as you see, we'll probably have to like either go take a train to go to this mining or this major industrial area. As you see, like there's a lot of like allusions to like UK's history with of course the Industrial Revolution, and I'm wondering how much history will they'll inquire, or they'll like use to base this region off, because of course the United Kingdom or like British history is very interesting, if you ask me, still this day. So anyways, here you see this giant lake. Probably we may have to cross it and whatnot. There's stone, some castles here and there. As you can see, like I remember once people saw this tower right here, they were like, "Oh my God, this is Big Ben and whatnot." So, but probably not. This probably might be like some of the many towers that the UK has, with clock towers and whatnot. Guessing by how close the town, how centered this town is, I'm thinking this might be based off of Manchester. So again, I'm not so in tune with British history or whatever, so if you got any of you with British history or knowledge of it, don't roast me in the comments. But anyways, of course you can do whatever you want. So of course you see all these towns here. I wish I could zoom in, but like I'm just trying to show you guys how like varied these towns are. But of course in the middle, this is where like all like you could see like all these towns here. This might be a town, even though it might be a house. Usually like Game Freak does like, you know, do their thing. It might be like representative of one. So this might be 1, 2, maybe 3 here, but this might be the hatching area. You know, hatch your eggs. And then this might be the port city, another port city here, another icy town. You see another dragon, or this, not dragon, but this is like a interesting high keeper castle here. A mining town, or like another mining town here. Sort of like a ferry, like, you know, like I forgot the name of that town in Kalos, where at the very, like, you can see this very like it's ferry based. You know, it's all like surrounded by forests. It's basically that. So yeah, another ice town, and then you go up across these mountains, and then you go to what would look like to be the region's version of London, but of course it's all grandiose and whatnot. See the London Eye, Big Ben, government, House of Government. I don't know what the tower is for. Maybe it's like the championship residence or whatnot, but or like some kind of post-game thing. But you know, we have to wait and see. So overall, like as I can say, this region is very varied in environments and whatnot. So and as you can see, there's like in this area right here, like you see all these bridges, these like trains, like it may look like that you're able to like you know, travel via train at some certain points in the game and whatnot. So yeah, that's what I have to say about the region. So regarding the starters, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really a huge fan of them at first, but then I realized, you know what, it'll grow on me. So I think that the green one on the left is the grass starter, the middle one's fire, and the other one is the water starter. So I think the green one's name's Grookey, probably based on a monkey, also like a monkey and whatnot. The other one is a fire rat, the fire rabbit that like sort of shoots out fire with its feet and also in its nose as well. Because of that, like, well, I don't know if you can with the nose, but still, um, uh, the fire rabbit's name is I think is Scorbunny, and the other one is the blue water lizard. His name is like Sobble. So, all three of these Pokemon are like very interesting if you ask me, but not enough to where like I'm like, I don't know. I still don't know which one I'm gonna pick as a starter, because usually for me, I have to like look at the evolutions to make a decision on it. So yeah, if I had to say what the typings are, Sobble reminds me of like a water ground type. I don't know why, like Mudkip, with the fin and whatnot. Could be water poison or like water steel, with all the industry that the Galar region has, based off of the Celestial Evolution. And this bunny here, pretty much, it's obviously it's loosely inspired off of like maybe like a football player. Since I think UK was actually the first area in the world where they had soccer, so yeah. And Grookey, I'm not so sure what it's based off of. Some people say it's like sort of like musical based, but I'm not so sure, because it was like it had a stick and it just kept banging it on the grass and the grass grew. I don't know, but I don't know what to say. But if I had to say which one I'd choose, I'd probably say Scorbunny. But then again, a lot of people are saying, oh, you don't want another fire fighting type, which fair if you ask me. So yeah. One thing that we noticed from also another thing with the reveal trailer is that we also got our first looks at the trainers, and honestly, I do like them. Both of these, the male and the female trainer. It does look like that Game Freak does. I mean, in terms of backpacks, like I'm just looking at the female trainer. It's like kind of like, holy shit, how the hell is she holding that? Or no, especially like the male trainer, like his backpack's like a suitcase or something. But I'm just like looking at the design of the female trainer, like I don't know how the handles, like if you notice, like the handles are very like they're awkwardly like the handles of the backpack are awkwardly like managed. I don't know. Might be like, of course, it might be weird, but maybe it's just the pose itself, but still. But either way, like the graphics are also, obviously you could tell like the graphics are based off of Sun and Moon or XY, if you ask me. So yeah. And yeah, there's not really much to say. Like obviously you can see like there's a mine right there, and there's also like a purple house there. Maybe like indication of like one of the earlier areas you visit. So yeah. So yeah, we'll just look at the new starting town, and yeah. As you can see, the region looks very varied, if you ask me. So, you can see the countryside, and you can see like the trainer or the female trainer. Like, we still don't know the names of these people or these two, so like, I'll just call them like how I am right now. So yeah. So basically, you're pretty much gonna be like at this like countryside. I don't know if it's like, I don't know exactly what area is based off of, because again, I don't know my British geography or whatnot, so but some people say it's like probably based off of southern England, maybe or others are like saying, oh, it's based off of Scotland because flipped upside down. But I don't know, if you ask me. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, like this like it looks like Game Freak did do their homework in a way, and just as you can see, the region in like the city and this is obviously the middle of the city, like well might look like Manchester, I don't know, but very industrial. All you see, all these bricks, ironworks, and a train passing by right there. So yeah, if we're able to have a fully explorable city instead of one that's like not as like brick by brick, or like the scale, like maybe there's like 4 houses here and that's it. But if it is a full-blown city, and also this, and also the other one, like the other city that's like also based off of London, in the top of the region. I hope like there's a lot to do in these like type of cities and whatnot, so to explore and whatnot. So yeah. The other thing that I noticed is like the mining. Like this, like looks like mining is returned just for like the possibility for like Gen 4 remakes. I know I had to insert that in. So yeah. Um, like I said, like the environments that you're exploring in this the new games Pokemon Sword and Shield are very varied, if you ask me. So yeah. Um, I for this mine, I'm not so sure if like maybe we'll be able to get like maybe a two new fossil Pokemon or like or even like items. You know, in Diamond Pearl Platinum, used to like if anyone remembers, used to like mine certain items like shards, fossils, and even some battle items as well, like revives, max revives and whatnot. So or star pieces just to like use for money. So yeah, for shards. But again, like we're not so sure exactly what this purpose of this is for. So yeah, maybe obviously they just showed us this area. They showed off this area. So yeah, another another area in the trailer they showed off was this what supposedly looks like a legendary Pokemon or just a very tall figure indeed. Um, as you can see, like it shows some seeing like sort of a calamity in the sense that like see all these people running away and or it could be based off of like three legendary Pokemon, like little ones, like Kyle, Mesprit, Azilf, and Azilf, where like maybe this Pokemon or whatever this thing is like caused havoc to this region, and they have to like sort of find a way to banish it because there's actually like there's actually kind of a folk tale which is it's also based off of this called the Debavas or Giant. Okay, I think I just murdered that name. Ah man, I don't know how to say that, but there's a giant that looks like this, and I'm not gonna show the picture of it because of course it has a long well, you figured that out, so yeah. But still, so it's basically that image is based off of this. So yeah, as you can see, like whatever this thing is shooting off fire, maybe some electricity. So yeah, um, so yeah, this may be based off of a legendary Pokemon. This might be based off of a certain myth, like certain hero or event that happened, whatever, a town that I think this occurred. So I think this is also in like I think the left hand, like in the middle of the left region, like or the middle region to the left. So yeah, you could actually see it from like from the map itself. So yeah, another area we saw was like a snow town, or I think this might be very close to one of the later areas in the region. So yeah, this may be the area where you probably catch some ice type Pokemon. And it's very late into the game, so I'm not really gonna like fault Game Freak for that. So yeah, but again, like it just goes to show you how much they kind of came from like XY to Sun and Moon and now to this full-fledged game, and it definitely shows that they're trying. That Pokemon or Game Freak is definitely trying with the graphics. So yeah, making it as appealing as possible. Also, another thing I wanted to mention is whether this thing is top down, whether the camera itself is top down or is changed. We don't know whether or not that's true, but hopefully we have more information on that. So yeah, so I won't like to comment on that. So since we don't still have any information, so yeah. Another aspect of this region now is, and this is pretty much the last few points where we're ending off. So. Is this these gyms? Of course, like it looks like the return of I think Mori from the direct says, "Oh, the gyms return" or whatnot. Well, he didn't say that exactly, but he'll say, "Oh, gyms return," like gyms and whatnot. But as you can see, there's these circles, this like sort of sort of a rotation-based circle right there. And honestly, we're not so sure what this means, but this may be the new game mechanic or whatever, HAL and like X and Y or the Japanese logos. You'll see what I mean. So I'll explain that later. But like as you can see, like the trainer's just heading into this gym or this coliseum or whatnot. So it looks like it's sort of like the gyms are inspired based off of like certain sports teams and whatnot. So yeah, as you'll see, this trainer right here, towards the very end of the trailer or the reveal, like you see this the main male protagonist going into this the sort of the stadium and wearing a jersey. As you can also see on his right hand side, on his right hand, like he has sort of a glove. So maybe again, and it's also I don't have the screenshot, but like it also has the same symbol as well. So maybe it has something whatever this new battle mechanic is has something to do with like sort of like Pokemon battling or like, you know, itself, or like sort of like team play or something. I don't know. So sort of how soccer is or whatnot. So as for the arena itself, or the battling, as you can see, this Tyranitar, this picture of a Tyranitar, facing off against. Well, it only shows Tyranitar, but there's also an image like the Lucario as well. So also a lot of people have mentioned that to the right, or not the right, to the very left-hand screen part of the image, like you can see like a certain like wolf. It's sort of like based off of the, you know, the wolf from like at the very top of like the trailers, you know, for both games. But I don't know if they'll be based off like if the two main legendaries will be based off of that. So yeah. But again, like as you can see, this is clearly based off a soccer stadium. And of course you see like the Game Freak logo behind, and also sort of like the very top you see like the Pokeball and like these green, red, yellow, blue. Like obviously that's sort of loosely inspired of the World Cup or whatever you call it. So yeah, like symbol. So anyways, the last image I'll show you is pretty much what I was pretty much talking to you about. These are the Japanese logos for Pokemon Sword and Shield. As you can see, at the very middle, there's this sort of like circular thing. I can't really zoom in right now, but as you can see, these circular things are also found on the male character's jersey, or not the jersey itself, but maybe on the whole glove. There's like a very still image of the screen. Like if you watch the trailer, that like as the guy is passing through, he's like, you see his mouth, you see like him like at like, you know, standing like directional towards the camera and like walking towards the stadium. As I think that obviously Pokemon's trying to hint at this mechanic and whatnot. So there may be like there's also a leak about this, whatever this new mechanic is, but I'm not going to talk about it since of course this is sort of like a I'll talk about it in a different video if I sort of like a speculation video, but for now I'm just going to show you guys what the evidence is and what's the information we have so far. So yeah, like I said, like this could be the new battle mechanic for Pokemon Sword and Shield, since and whatever this symbol is, it's also shown throughout the gym. So throughout the quote-unquote gyms and whatnot. So it might be like heavily implied that like whatever you're using, whatever these gyms have, whatever the new battle mechanic is, it's definitely gonna be like sort of interesting, and may affect competitive Pokemon. So yeah, that's all I have to say about these games. Overall, I like the games. I like the game reveal for Pokemon Sword and Shield. It wasn't really like especially for the fact that like we've been waiting for like these games for like, or announcements for these games for almost since like I think ever since, no, not the announcement, but rather like the reveal of these games since like when they announced them, like the Sun and like, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, like I think shortly after like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Direct, or like at E3, because the thing was there was a lot of backlash over Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, the fact that it wasn't on the Switch and whatnot, because Pokemon erroneously put saying that Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon was on the Switch and whatnot. So yeah, but again, like this game looks very exciting if you ask me. After like again, like the backlash that Pokemon had with Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. these games look very exciting if you ask me. So hopefully they do enough to sort of like excite the overall Pokemon community and just, you know, again, like sort of give reason to make content and do these videos like these. So yeah, obviously everyone's gonna be making all these like super long ass videos describing or their thoughts, their opinions about these games, and the game pretty much did a good job, like sort of like showing as little information as possible, but enough to where like where it's like, oh yeah, it's still like you don't know the plot, you don't know the story, but obviously you have the map of the region. We got the map of the region. We got the starters. We got both the trainer designs, which honestly look very good. I honestly think the trainer designs for like the male and the female were like honestly the strongest in the series we have so far. So yeah. And also regarding what is it? Like the again like the all the region the region itself looks diverse and looks amazing if you ask me. Again, going back to like how like it is based off the UK and how many like historical landmarks and moments they've had in like in their history. So yeah. So yeah. I guess that's I'm gonna end it off right here. So I've already like talked over this like for like 26 minutes regarding these games. So again, if you stayed this long, I'll say thanks. So I'll be trying to make more of these videos uh regarding Pokemon Sword and Shield more like punctually as like, you know, news come by. So not everything, you know, like only important news, like, you know, Pokemon reveals and whatnot. Maybe if we get the legendaries or what have you say. So even though they're right in front of us, you know, the wolves. So but anyways, catch you guys later. So peace.